before the meeting started this morning. There's just something a little different about the confidence he has and the way it impacts that entire team.
And he talks about it in interviews about his confidence is the result of his preparation. Like, they really feel like they are ready to go for whatever the situation is. I was at their game Sunday night in that locker room afterwards and talking to a couple of those guys. And Jesse Bates, the safety, I said, you know, because DeMar Hamlin is doing better, we can have this conversation, right? We're not being insensitive. But, like, you guys had a game plan for Buffalo, like, and you felt pretty good. He said, yeah, we felt really good about it. And he said, we got a couple series, and it felt like a little bit of a scrimmage, so we're kind of eager to see how it works this week. So, yeah, I think they feel very good about their chances. He's not just putting a brave face on it.
So we have these two outstanding young quarterbacks. And I want to show you something that we did. I asked everyone here this following question. If you could start a franchise right now with Joe Burrow or Josh Allen, and look, let's face it, practically every team in the league would kill to start with either of them, which guy would you choose? Cindy, put him up there. I think this is fascinating to me. Everybody said Burrow. Everybody. Josh Allen, coming into this season, everyone was picking him as the MVP of the league. Yeah. He looks like the Hulk. And yet somehow, Bart, why Burrow over Allen?
Well, I think everybody thinks I hate Cincinnati out there. But listen, if we want to go back to the game, it looked like Cincinnati was on their way to going up 14-3. Like, Joe Burrow just has something within the pocket. And I think that the Buffalo Bills ask far too much of Josh Allen to do great things at all times. When you look at Burrow, he's so effective from the pocket. And he's under duress all the time. So I'd rather go with a guy that, you know, once his ability to make people miss and run is gone, has another thing that he does well. And I think, you know, if you ask anybody who's the better thrower, and I think, you know, the football acumen as well, I think they would say Joe Burrow is the better thrower of the football.
Over. I mean, I feel like coming into the season, it was like Mahomes and Allen, and all that. Here's Joe Burrow. Why Burrow?
Because it seems like when chaos is around, he's like this. Just calm. His heartbeat is just like minimal. And that's what he reminds me of. Joe Montana, Joe Cool, like, that's the type of guy I want. Like, when you're in the huddle and you got all these fans screaming at you, whatever, and you got a quarterback that's just cool, calm, and confident, borderline cocky, give me that guy.
Well, I mean, Ninko, you won a bunch of Super Bowls playing with a guy who might fit a similar description. It's comparing anyone to Tom Brady, particularly someone as young as these guys are. But there is a little bit of that, it feels like to me, with Burrow.
Especially in his leadership and how he talks about preparation. But, you know, the one thing that I do love about the kid is his confidence. And, you know, they asked him about a window. Put this on a T-shirt, your window to win in the playoffs. He said, the window is my career.
That is what he said.
I love it.
He's in Cincinnati talking like that.
The window is my career. But that's true, because when you have a quarterback of his caliber, his smarts, his athletic ability, and the ability to have a team follow him, they're always going to have an opportunity to win football games. So I love it.
Real quick.
Bart just hit it for me. This man came in and took the Cincinnati Bengals, and have totally changed the way we look at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Palmer couldn't do it.
If that doesn't tell you, like, how special this dude is, I don't know what else to tell you.
So that's who these guys might take to start a franchise. Doesn't necessarily mean it's who they're going to take this weekend. It is time to smash the helmets. Let's go. Welcome to the most dangerous segment. Big man, tiny helmet. Who's getting smashed? Tom Brady's not going to like that.
That was an excellent smash.
That stung a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
There's shrapnel everywhere.
How?
Back up a little bit. Okay. How about that? He's out of here. There's no coming back from that.
All right, here we go. We are going to do two separate segments of helmet smashing today. We're going to do the AFC games here, and in the second hour, we'll do the NFC games, just so you know how this thing works. Big Damien Woody, very large mallets, very small helmets. He is going to smash the helmet of the losing team. The early game, this is Graziano's game. Jaguars, Chiefs. Kansas City is an 8.5-point favorite at home. Who's getting smashed? Graziano is here.
He got hit. I'm good. I'll tough it out.
You got a welt going on
Here's so much.
It's right there.
Right,
oh, no. We need ice.
That was awesome.
We need ice on set.
I took one of the juggler, dude. You guys are crazy.
It finally happened.
Anyway.
It finally happened.
In the face.
We in playoff mode, baby.
Okay.
Oh, no.
You had 2 days off. You had 2 days off.
I didn't, though. I had a short week.
All right, we will attend to Graziano.
It is
In the
ice.
meantime, why do we like Kansas City so much?
Yeah, listen, when you got, it's hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, we talked about like all year, like no Tyreek Hill, and what is this, what is this, this offense gonna look like? You got Patrick Mahomes. They're special out there in Kansas City. They're very hard to beat at home. I love what the Jacksonville Jaguars did coming back from that 27-0 deficit.
Yeah.
But it's a totally different animal beating Kansas
I'm
City.
sorry that we're all laughing. Look at
this guy playing tight to the side.
Right,
The shrapnel, man, the shrapnel guy.
This could be the last time we do this.
Let's keep it together here. Bengals, Bills. All right, here's the game we didn't get last time, right? And now we finally do, and these two legendary quarterbacks. Yeah, move Graziano out of the way. Buffalo is a 5.5-point home favorite. Who's getting smashed? D. Wood.
Yeah.
That is a smashing.
Yes, it is.
The Bills going down. Why?
I'm a big believer in Joe Cool, okay? I know like the situation with the offensive line isn't great, but he's been dealing with that his whole time in Cincinnati. I think the weapons that they have on the perimeter with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and those guys, I don't think the Buffalo Bills defensively are going to be able to stop what Joe Burrow is going to bring to the
You
table.
like Cincinnati too?
I like Cincinnati. Listen, I think Cincinnati, I thought that this team was flawed a little bit. The loss of Hamlin, remember, he was filling a big space, a void that they had in safety position.
Cincinnati or Buffalo?
Cincinnati.
Everybody likes
I was alone.
Everybody likes the Bengals. We'll see what happens.
Those are home.
And once again, we have to attend. There will be some medical.
Get some ice.
I don't know.
Ice for this.
I don't know. I mean,
Turn to the side. Turn to the side.
Oh,
Yes.
we've got a well.
Down goes Frazier.
I don't have the kind of job where you should get hurt. That should not happen.
We will
in my
take
job.
a break. As we continue, the Cowboys looked back on track Monday night. Now they face their toughest.
Here you have the MVP candidate through the first 14 or 15 weeks. We haven't really seen the full Jalen Hurts for a month. It's a great unknown. It's the great drama of this weekend. How will Jalen Hurts play? And how will that shoulder react after getting hit? Everybody on that panel will tell you, who's an athlete, knows that a shoulder injury like that is easily re-injured. So it's very important to watch how Jalen Hurts reacts after he gets hit.
Stay with me, Sal. I want to keep you here for the conversation, but let me bring this to the table. Yesterday, Rob Ninkovich, and you played defense a long time in the NFL. When I asked Chris Canty, how will the Giants approach this game? He said to me, Greeny, they're going to check his oil. What does that mean, and how will they do it?
Huh? Well,
Don't look at me.
I would drop some weight on him.
Check his oil.
Right.
Is that not a
That's
phrase you're familiar with?
basically what he was saying.
Yeah, you're going to check him. You're going to make sure that his shoulder is healthy enough to sustain. But
How?
When he's a running back, he's a running back. He's out of that quarterback protection bubble. Once he puts that ball down in his hands like this and he's going forward, you're going to wrap him up, and similar to how he was injured, like the defender literally just dropped on top of him. So you're going to have guys okay, you're back, you're on the field, you're putting your helmet down like you want to be a running back. We're going to hit you like a running back.
So this is what it comes to. He has the protection. We all saw the ridiculous flag that Dexter Lawrence got in the game against Kirk Cousins the other day. He has that protection when he's a passer. But when he's running with the football, which when he's at his most effective, he does a lot, Bart, there is no such protection. They're going to land on him and make sure that shoulder can handle it.
Well, that's the key. Like, we want to know if that element is not in their game, then that really takes a whole package out of our play, because we have to have it organized. Are we going to crash down? Are we going to get up the field? Are we going to slow play? If that's not an element that we have to worry about, then it allows us to really play a lot faster because we take it away. But what we would say, and people don't like to hear it, we would say don't let them fall, right? Because what's better than one hit? 5. So when you get him, wrap him up. They're not going to blow the whistle because he's a guy that can break out of tackles. Everybody come get some. Everybody get a lick. We're going to hold him up, and let's see if we can take some shots on his arm.
Well, that's another thing, too. When they're running that option play, as an outside linebacker, defensive end, you can either slow play that or you can fast play that, and you can change that up. So if you're running this read option type play, and instead of crashing, you just say, I'm going to go hit his upfield shoulder.
And it's a coordination.
I'm going to go get him, and everyone understands, okay, this play we're going to hit him, next play we're going to slow play.
So if I were to say, Damien Woody, that I feel like the entire game comes down to this. The Eagles are a better team than the Giants if Jalen Hurts is most of himself. They were the best team in the NFL this year when he was most of himself. But if he is compromised, If he isn't able to do all of these other things that he does besides throwing the football, this feels to me like it becomes pretty close to a dead even game. Is that overstating it?
No, it's not overstating it because the quarterback design runs are such a huge part of the Philadelphia Eagles offense. It's what makes their offense so dynamic. When you have, and we always talk about when you talk about the running game, it's a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a difference between 10 on 11 and 11 on 11 when you got a quarterback that